Welcome to Make Pods Great Again. I'm your host, John Woolley, content creator for the Instagram page Make Wads Great Again. Welcome back, everyone. We got a lot of people on the show tonight. So start with Nikki. Nikki, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. I love the Hollywood Squares version of Zoom that I'm looking at right now.
I know,
awesome.
it's insane. So we've got all of the Smith brothers on tonight, which is very exciting.
Smiths.
Yeah, Nikki, let me give you the rundown of how I've met all the Smiths. So Dane was the first of the Smiths to be smart enough to follow me on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Very first one. As a matter of fact, as long as I live, I'll never forget it. So I went, at the time I was like micromanaging every follower, like everybody that was coming in, I was noticing, and Dane followed. And I'm like, oh my God, one of the Smith brothers followed me. And one of the Pancake twins is like, which one? And I'm like, Dane, and like, doesn't count. I'm like, that's not nice.
Wow.
I know. I'm like, that's not nice at all.
Dude.
But Dane followed me and is very, very funny. And then I met Alec shortly thereafter at the Winter Classic. It wasn't much after that, I think. At the time, I was still very, very unknown. Like nobody knew who the hell I was. But met Alec there. And then I ran into Ben at Mentality, who was out training with Scott for, I forget what that competition was. It was that online thing that CrossFit was doing. And
Team Series?
Yes. And to his credit, was not intimidated by my amazing fitnessing that I was doing at Mentality. So that was good too.
Wow.
So that's my whole Smith story. That's everything I know about them. Anyway,
Hi, Smiths.
Yes.
Hey.
How is everyone?
No, we're doing good.
Yeah, we're doing good.
You know,
They're a little bit busier than I am.
I was just gonna say it's normally hard to track you all down because of life and competition, and I was gonna say the world has gone crazy, so obviously we have a little bit more time to catch up since we're not going from event to event to event. But two of you are now living that family life, so slowing down for a little bit of a different reason. I'm gonna call you out so that we don't all talk over each other because there's a ton of us on this call. But we'll start with Ben, if that's cool. Like, how's that dad life going, man?
No, it's been a big change, but it's been really good. And I was gonna say I've definitely felt it, but I know Dane's got, every time I think of like, hey, it's kind of trouble or it's kind of stressful, I'm like, Dane's got it twice as bad. So there's times where it's stressful like that, but I love it. Claire is awesome. She's just turned 10 months a couple days ago. She's wanting to walk around everywhere and really trying to stand up and trying to start walking around everywhere. So ready for that. And then I'm going to have to be chasing her around. But we were taking her out on bike rides and stuff. And, I think it's brought my wife and I closer. And we've just enjoyed it. It's been a blessing, that's for sure.
Damn, good for you, dude. That's awesome. But I think you're totally right. I think every time that like a person with a new kid is like, oh, wow, this is hard, or parenthood, whatever. I look at someone with twins, Dane, and I'm like, I don't even understand. How are you managing?
My life was crazy before I had twins, so it's just kind of throwing more on the pile. I'm just trying to help my wife out as much as I can, just because what she went through. It's the girls have the hard part in this. I'm just kind of here along for the ride, helping out, changing diapers, doing all that.
Sure, I bet.
I saw your Instagram post about you like squatting diapers and doing pull-ups with that. It was like a 15 feet of diaper around your neck.
I've been in the shower for the past 30 minutes before I got on the podcast.
I just saw that.
Oh my God.
About like that diaper bag.
Yeah, it's that big diaper bag that we pull out.
It's called the diaper genie, Alec.
Yeah, it's disgusting. He pulled it out when I was over there one day.
Oh my God, no. John, is it like bringing back like PTSD memories?
A little bit, yeah. I had the diaper genie, although at the time I wasn't doing fitness at all, so I was definitely not trying to do double unders with a diaper genie. But
oh my God, I'm gonna throw up.
Trying to do that.
He also did that.
Trying to do that.
I was trying to get my wife to do worm thrusters with me. It was big enough to do it. She wouldn't jump in.
Yep.
Ew.
She wasn't for it. She's mad at me for putting that up.
I wore cloth diapers when I was a kid.
What diaper?
I never understood that. I don't know how people do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think at the time my family couldn't afford disposable diapers, or like not unless they were like out and about. But yeah.
I just feel like there would be poop everywhere.
Yes, it seems like a distant like memory where I'm like, people did that? And my mom was like, yeah, you were in cloth diapers. It was fine. We used a lot of bleach.
Yeah, right. A lot of bleach.
I'm
Drink
all
bleach,
set with that. I'm all set with that. Crazy. Yikes. Okay, so you guys are home. You're living that family life. And Alec, where are you at right now? Because last I checked, you were out of New York City, which I'm very glad about because that is obviously the epicenter of all the craziness right now.
Yes, I have not been back to New York since it all started. I think it's been in like 2 or 3 months now. But I'm home in North Carolina. I just moved back into my house. My house was being rented out, and the people that were renting out just moved out 2 days ago. So I'm back in my house until this quarantine is over. And then planning on moving back to New York when things get a little less crazy there.
Totally. What's it like for you right now, kind of coming right off of the circuit where you were traveling and competing and, life was a little bit crazy in a different way and now you're home?
Yeah, it's been good. There was Wadapalooza and then the Australian CrossFit Championship, and I had, I think, 5 sanctionals that were like all lined up. So I was like ready to go in competition training like as hard as I could be, and then all this happened and I'm just kind of like don't really have anything to train for anymore. So just back home, I'm still training, just like not training as hard, I guess, and just kind of like switched my focus over to like the business side of CrossFit while I don't know if there's going to be a games or what's going to happen this year. So just kind of shifting my focus a little bit, but just having fun with it too.
What's the business side of CrossFit?
I just launched my accessory programming 2 days ago. So it's basically just, it's not really CrossFit programming. It's just accessory work that I do at the end of my training, just like basic gymnastics, core work. Every day there's some type of handstand work. So people can sign up and register, and it's just like basic gymnastics and handstand work every day. The launch went really, really well, and people are loving it so far. So I'm like super, super happy, and it's kind of like getting me excited to get back in the gym and like put more back into it. So it's been really cool. It's been a really cool past couple of days.
And that's the kind of thing that I feel like we all talk about. We're like, this is the year I'm going to get real good at gymnastics, or like, this is the year I'm really going to, figure out this one skill. And unless there's something, for me at least, unless there's something like a program I'm following, or like, my coach puts it on the whiteboard every single day to work on for 10 minutes at the end, I just won't. Like, I've been trying to, every year has been my year for handstands for the last 11 years. So
yeah. And gymnastics is one of those things where it's like, you have to do it every day. Like if you want to learn how to handstand walk, like you have to be inverted every day. Like you can't do it once or twice a week, and like you have to be doing it every day, even if it's only for like 5 minutes a day. Like as long as you get inverted and like practice being upside down, like you'll get better. But yeah, a lot of people will say they're going to get better at it, and then they'll put like a little bit of work into it, but it's one of those things that takes a lot of work.
It's me. I'm raising my hand. I'm that person.
I've literally never said I was going to get better at gymnastics, so I'm going to break the mold here.
Every year I have that one goal. I'm like, I'm gonna walk on my hands. I hate being upside down. Oh, it's like the worst. It like makes my butt tingle. I hate it.
Yeah. How often do you practice it a week?
Yeah. So like once a week I'll try to, Yeah.
You just gotta do it. You'll get over that fear.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. I know. I'm in. This is 2020. It's my year of.
Yeah. It's gotta be up from here, right? It can't go any more down than it already has.
There you go. The 2020 is the weirdest year ever. We all were locked down for like ever, and I learned how to handstand walk. It's gonna be weird, you guys.
Yeah, there you go.
Yikes. Well, I'm going to ask sort of the same but slightly different question for Ben, because you obviously came from the competition circuit. I feel like it was like ingrained and it's in your blood. You're like, one of our first CrossFit champions from way back when, and we're still competing as of recently, but obviously, slowed down for the family life. And now given everything that's been going on in the world, like where are you at in terms of your fitness? Are you trying to get back into the competition scene? Maybe not so much. You were coming back from injury.
No, I'm not injured. I don't have any injuries going on right now. I feel pretty good, and I think the Rogue Invitational was what I was planning on doing.
Right.
I already qualified for the games through the Open, so I pushed myself those 5 weeks or whatever it was, and so I didn't have to go through that whole qualifying process, because that really eased some stress off my back there. And then I was just going to do the Rogue Invitational and do the games, and that was my only plan. So that's still the plan, and I'm training just as hard as I usually am. I try to train all year. The only time I'm not training is if I'm injured or and that kind of just naturally comes and goes in waves. So right now I'm feeling good. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying training, and training here in the garage, training at the gym a little bit to use the rings and the rope and handstand walk and stuff like that. But just going back and forth, and it's nice. I'm lucky enough to have the gym that I can go train at. But I'm feeling good and enjoying it and having fun. Just being a dad here at home and helping Noelle out, and then just training on the side. So life's good.
What are you hoping? I mean, there's so many unknowns still. I feel like I say that every single day. We have no idea what's happening with the season yet and with the games. And there's, rumors that maybe it'll happen in California, but we got to wait and see what the state of the world is like. If you could choose, I mean, what are you hoping kind of comes out of this games planning?
I hope if they have it, they do it right. Like, it's not like all right, let's just I don't really know. It's not really up to me. It's not really up to me to decide that. So I don't necessarily even care if they say they're going to have the games. I'll be there. I'm not going to miss that. But and I'll train my best to be at the best physical shape I can be in when I'm there. But I don't know. I don't have any hopes for it. I don't know how the Rogue Invitational should be interesting if they're going to do it online like that. I don't know how that's going to work. And I think they're going to beta test that probably for the CrossFit Games. So if that goes okay, maybe they'll do something like that for the CrossFit Games. I don't know. I can't see California opening up before then. So maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I think all the athletes are kind of doubting it right now.
Yeah. I'm with you. I kind of hope, and I'm if something happens, I'll totally go out there and be part of it and do the thing. But I have no idea at this point.
Yeah.
Dane, where are you falling these days on the spectrum between full-time twin parenting constantly and being able to take some time for yourself to train as well?
I put all my marbles in the Mid-Atlantic competition. I was up at midnight working out sometimes and really early in the morning when I could fit time in. I felt really good. I was just tired all the time, and then they canceled that competition. And that just completely crushed me. I put everything into that Mid-Atlantic competition, and I kind of got tired a little bit of CrossFit for 1 or 2 months after that, and just raised the babies and spent time with them, and actually had some energy to be alert and help out a little bit more with everything. So I just that's basically was my competing side of things. And I started Dad Bod Fitness, if you guys have heard of that. I've been posting a lot about it on Instagram, and I've actually really enjoyed starting to kind of get back into working out again through that. It's only 1 or 2 workouts a day, but it's enough for me right now. After training for that competition and raising twins at the same time.
Oh yeah, no big deal. I was gonna say, tell us a little bit more about the Dad Bod Program.
Oh yeah, the Dad Bod Program. I am making this with Adam and Ben. It's on the Ben Smith blueprint. So it's just really a combination of everything a dad would need to work out or train during the day, and I'm actually really loving it. I came up with the idea just because I'm very passionate, obviously, for fitness. It's what I've been doing for the past few years. I absolutely love being a dad. That's number one favorite thing in the world right now. I'm loving it. And then I'm also love creating content on Instagram a little bit. I like being funny. I like trying to be creative with workouts and stuff like that. So hopefully I can kind of mash all 3 of those things together. And a lot of people have really been joining and loving it so far. And we've got really positive feedback from the first workout we put out today. So it's been really, really good.
When do you plan to start the funny part?
I can ask you the same thing.
I know, right? No, this is true. So Dane will do memes from time to time, and they're always good. And I'm like, damn it, quit doing my job. Just stop. You've got fitness. You're a Smith brother. You already have it all. Just stop. This is my one thing. This is what I have.
The one thing you got on me is I can't get on and post 8 times a day. I got too much going on.
Dude, John is isn't it impressive? Because he works full time.
I know. I saw that. I don't know what he does, but it is impressive that he can do that.
It's
and be good at it.
Yeah.
It's ADD and coffee, dude. That's really all you need. That is all. Well, and my kids are teenagers, older teenagers. So they require nothing at this point. They get up, they're like, we're hungry. I'm like, all right, good luck. Go find something.
Good luck.
Make me something while you're at it, Well, I've done all the diaper changes. I'm past that. As a matter of fact, I was going to ask Alec if he wanted a kid. I'm happy to give him one of mine. Like,
I've told him that a few times.
No, I'm good with the no responsibilities and just going and having fun with the nieces and not having to change diapers or have any responsibility at all. So
yeah, I second that.
Sounds right.
That auntie life is where it's at.
yeah,
I love it.
I have to like bring the kids everywhere I go, and I don't think that the like 3-month-old would want to go overseas.
I mean, they probably would, realistically. They'd probably follow you wherever, but it'd be a lot.
And I would have to like, maybe like 5 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
so kids are super adventurous, dude. They will go absolutely anywhere at any age. Like when mine were little, like really little, 3 and 5, I had just gotten divorced, and my parents live in Mississippi because I'm a Southerner. So we would drive to see my parents. It's a 13.5-hour drive to get home, or 12.5-hour drive. And so I'd have these 2 little girls, and like they love it. They hate the state of Kentucky, but they love everything else. And I swear to God, to this day they hate Kentucky. But you know, like you learn, like, you know, you start like developing, you know, little family history that you would want to continue to do forever. And like to this day, we still stop at like the same convenience stores, and they still look at the same dumb stuff that they were looking at when they were 3 and 5. You know, just
That's funny.
it is a lot of fun, like kind of watching them grow up and like developing that family history. So I'm a little jealous of what Dane and Ben are going through right now, because I miss those diaper years and miss that like kind of those early stages. You know, mine are old enough now just to sass me and leave. So just
Yeah,
not
man,
as
I
much
get
fun.
I get sad even like looking back a month, but from how much they've grown. Like they're in the phase now where if you don't see them for a month, I mean, they're completely different babies. Like you think they're just different babies. It's crazy.
Weird. It's sweet because like I hear what you're saying, and you know, Ben, you've already been in it for almost a year. Can you believe that? And like John gets like misty-eyed thinking about like when his kids were little, and then I see the diaper genie video, and I'm like, F that. I'm all set. You guys are not selling it when you're doing double unders with the shit diapers. I'm sorry.
You'll love them so much that you won't even think twice about it.
I'm
And
gonna
what
say,
you don't see is like how little sleep that they get.
Right.
I remember when they were like really, really young. When Claire was really young, Ben would come to the gym like a zombie, and then when the twins were young, Dane was a zombie, and I'm like, they got no sleep.
None. You know what? When this is not the same thing, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I have an 8-month-old puppy, and when he was 8 weeks, and no, it's not the same, and I'm not pretending that it is. But when he was 8 weeks and we got him, and we were up every 2 or 3 hours to let him out in the middle of the night for just like a couple of weeks, I remember trying to go into work, being like, "This is why people with infants get to take time off, because I cannot function as a human, and it's only been a couple of weeks of this, and people have to go through like years of this with their actual families." And I had a glimpse. It was
well, funny enough, Nikki, my girls actually got a puppy a few weeks ago. They got a Bernese Mountain Dog, and
Wait, what?
yeah, they have a Bernese
Have
Mountain
we
Dog.
not talked about this?
We'll get to it. So anyway, so they have this puppy, and Megan comes home the other day. She's 16, and I'm like, "Hey, how's the puppy going?" And this is at their mom's house, mind you. It's probably why we haven't talked about it. But I go, "How's the puppy going?" She's like, "Oh my God, it's terrible. I got to take this dog out at all hours of the night. It's like having a baby. You wouldn't have any idea what that's like." I'm like, "Yeah, I wouldn't know, baby." I'm like, "I was the one up feeding you at 3 a.m. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I remember. So it's you get a little payback as they get older. It's good.
Oh,
It's all good. So I want to hear more about this.
I always thought the sorry, I it's cutting in and out. I'm having trouble hearing. Sorry. What was the question?
Oh, I was going to ask Dane, actually. I wanted to hear more about, or from you. I want to hear more about this Dad Bod Online that you guys are doing. Like as a dad who doesn't have a dad bod, I might add, but as someone who like works out.
Of course.
I'm gonna drop that here real quick.
Yes. Hey, I'm single. I got to make sure I got to keep my rep up. But
Of course.
but I do know a lot of people that struggle with like, how do I work out at home? Like, how do I program for myself? Like, what's the reaction been from people that have been following it and seeing what you guys are doing?
So we actually have only put one workout out. So this is our first week of programming. The reaction we got today has been really, really positive. I just created this just because I needed it. Like I personally needed this when I was going through raising twins, and I still am. That's why I'm still doing this programming. I just do everything a week before we lay it out for everybody the following week. So it's personally helping me, and I just wanted to put that out there just because I think it's a need. I thought it was a catchy name, and there's kind of nothing like that out there right now. I feel like it's a pretty open market for people, and I feel like it's a need for people, especially when they're stuck at home like they are right now. And if this happens again, they're gonna need something, and hopefully we'll be a little more put together and have more stuff available for people when that time comes.
So what are you thinking about from like a programming strategy? You talking body weight stuff, like, running with the stroller? Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All that stuff. So we have like 5 different tracks. First track is mostly just minimal equipment stuff. We have a no equipment version too, so that's called Dad Fit. So that's just 2 different tracks under one name right there. So Dad Fit. And then a Dad Pump track, which Adam programs. He's all into that. He does these every single day, twice a day sometimes. It's just mostly bodybuilding and strength stuff. So he's bringing that to the table. We have a Dad Gut, so it's just like a little core cash out. I usually do later at night before I go to sleep. And then a Dad Bod Endurance. I usually wake up early 1 or 2 times a week just to kind of go on a little longer run because I kind of like it. A little bit of time to myself.
So
those are the tracks. It's just kind of a little bit of everything.
So here's a tip for future programming as a dad.
Yep.
Once that like soft thing on the top of their head forms, you can start using them for kettlebell swings. No law against it. No law against it at all. Absolutely can. You can also snatch them, got to keep both hands on them though. So, it's not a one-arm snatch. I mean, we got to be careful here. This is really important.
I get worried every time I pull up my Instagram and Dane's on there and there's the video starts of him and then there's a baby on there and I'm just worried that that's what's happening. So he makes me nervous, but Dane is very creative with all his workouts and that's why I've been, we wanted to work together on it. So I think nobody's better at making up very creative 10 to 20 minute workouts than Dane, that's for sure.
Ooh.
I've seen it.
How long do you think it'll take you to have your twins fitter than the Pancake twins?
Based off the comment they said earlier, I'd come at them and say right now.
That's right. That's right.
But no, I'm excited. They're little crazy girls. One of them has an attitude already. She's screaming all day, every day, and trying to crawl around already. So
You're really selling me on this whole kid thing. Really coming through strong.
Oh, you'll love it. You'll love it.
Now, you guys, for the people who don't know, there's another very fit Smith who's not on the call, but that's your dad, Papa Smith, if you will. Does he help out with the dad bod in any way, shape, or form, or does he give you any other sort of like inspiration now that you two are dads as well?
Every day, 5 times a day, I ask him to do the workouts with me. He's slowly coming around to it. I think I'm talking him into it a little bit, but he's gonna start to do the workouts with me. So
all right,
that will be fun. I'll let you guys
know
if that happens.
I think he works out in the garage at like 3 a.m.
No.
And it's like when we used to have the 5 a.m. classes, he would some days Adam said he would show up to the gym at 4:45 and my dad's finishing up working out up there. So he says he doesn't work out, but he gets his workouts in here and there.
You go into his office at work and there's a line on the wall where he's doing handstand push-ups at. He secretly works out.
Why is he so weird and secretive about it?
He does not.
Just a Smith thing. I don't know.
Man,
Do you think he's trying to like sneak attack you with his fitness? Like all of a sudden in like a year when you guys have been like sleeping and slowing down, he's all of a sudden like way fitter than everyone.
He did that last year.
Possible.
He just randomly deadlifted 600 pounds one day and I was like, what the heck?
Like that did not come out of nowhere, bro. You've been training for this.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we think, yeah.
I wish we could get all the games athletes' dads together for a workout. Get Papa Panchak, get Smith dad, Tim Paulson's dad's an absolute beast. Like there's so many.
Oh yeah.
It'd be so much fun. Who do you think has stronger DNA, cool. Your dad or the Panchaks? Papa Pan's got really strong DNA. He's got like a dozen boys. I mean,
that is true.
I don't think it's even DNA for my dad. I just think he wants to still try to beat us no matter how strong or good we get. He just always wants to beat us at stuff.
Holy crap. 600 pounds. Did he really deadlift 600 pounds?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We were talking about deadlifts the other
Easily.
day, and Alec, you said something like, we were talking about deadlifts and pulling the bar off the floor, and Alec was like, oh, if I can get it going off the floor, I normally can pick it up, but the hard part's for me off the floor. And my dad chimes in and he goes, I've never had trouble picking up a deadlift. And it's true. I don't think there's been a weight on the ground that he hasn't picked up. So it's like he's never failed a squat before. Same thing. That's a Paul Tremblay comment.
Yeah, but how is he at walking on his hands?
You don't have to walk on your hands when you can deadlift 600 pounds.
All right. You make a good point, sir.
So you just got to get your deadlift up, and then you don't ever have to go upside down.
Okay, well, I have a new 2020 goal.
There you go.
I can't do either one,
No,
so
you
now
said
I
you were
just
gonna
feel
work on-
I can't do either one, Nikki. So now I'm just doubly depressed. So
Well,
I guess there's that.
I don't want to say it out loud, but here I am.
I do feel now. I am actually feeling bad that I'm not getting inverted enough after hearing Alex say it. Like I've never really thought about it. Like I've worked on handstand walks and I work on a lot of accessory work in my basement, but I have literally not focused a single day on trying to walk on my hands since I've been doing this.
Really?
So now I'm feeling dumb. Like I'm doing something wrong. So maybe I'm gonna have to start working on my handstands.
I see your Instagram. It's like half assault bike memes. So if you spend a little bit more time on your hands instead of assault biking, you might get a little better.
Yeah, well, there's that.
He
There
makes
is
a
that.
good point.
Well, it's hard to have so much hate about a handstand walk, like, cause you just do that to yourself. Like the assault bike was actually forced on you. Somebody made
That's
that thing,
true.
somebody created
That's
it.
true.
I don't know. Maybe I'll work. I'm not going to work on it. Who am I lying? I'm not going to work on it. I'm just going to bitch about it.
I mean, I'm kind of with you. No. In that, I'm not with you at all. I do want to work on it. But I mean, Alec, do you find that did you come up with this programming because you found that people were just bitching all the time? Like why they're not going to get better at it unless they have something to actually follow like that.
Well, I mean, people ask all the time, how do you get better at holding handstands? How do you get better at handstand walking? And they're probably practicing it once or twice a week. And it's you're not going to get better unless you're practicing every single day. Gymnasts practice 6 times a week. And when they're at practice for 5 hours a day, they're doing gymnastics all day long.
Mm-hmm.
The same as Olympic lifting. You go to the gym and you're practicing Olympic lifting every day. If you want to learn how to walk on your hands, you need to be practicing it every day. But yeah, it was I actually started the programming 3 years ago, and then I was doing it all myself. So I was kind of getting overwhelmed with everything and took a little break because I had just qualified for the games and was just focusing on training. And so now I have a couple people helping me out, and it's been really, really great and really smooth and a lot easier this year. And I just want to make sure that people are happy. And when I was doing it myself, I couldn't make everybody happy. And so now that I have people helping me, it's been great. And people are loving it so far. So yeah, there's definitely a need for it. The amount of people that need to work on gymnastics as CrossFitters is, I think, a lot higher than any other need in CrossFit. I think gymnastics is the number one need for people who want to be competitive or who are just going to the gym to learn skills. Usually it's the gymnastic skills that people need or want to work on or need to work on.
Oh, totally. That is definitely the thing that we drop off the most when we're trying to be well-rounded. People are like, oh, or I could squat. I could totally just squat today. It's fine. How many people look at the programming and then get back to you and are like, oh, but will I be able to do your back handspring into a front thing, now the barbell is upside down and I don't know what just happened.
So yeah, we don't offer any of the crazy skill stuff right now, but it's something that, we have in the works. So for competitive athletes that want to learn how to do backwards roll with support or cool crazy tricks like that, we're actually working on something to help out with that too. So for people who do want to do that crazy stuff, we do have stuff planned for higher level athletes too. But I don't know when that will be released or not.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Are you going to include in the program how to put 10-pound plates on the bar and then just destroy them like you like to do in those videos?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. People that's the number one thing people comment about. And the funny thing is the bar I used was a broken training bar. And the 2 plates that I used were both broken already before I started using them. And people just tore me apart. I'm I'm not going to use new plates and a new bar and just break it. It's they were already broken.
But also I do what I want. Internet, calm down.
Yeah, I guess so. It's okay.
I can tell when Alec's done his one of his stunts for his Instagram or whatever when I walk into the gym and the plates are all beat up in the corner, you know.
Yeah.
I'm
I treat
sure.
you very well.
Yeah.
I just might leave it out every once in a while.
Do you guys have like penalties for leaving plates out and shit?
No, or else Alec would be really fit.
Oh, yeah. I'd be really good at burpees.
Yes.
Burpee rolls. We would always like at my old gym when we did that. Oh God, remember when we all used to go to the gym? But anyway, at my old gym when we used to do that, there'd be like a penalty associated with every pound that was left out. So God forbid you leave 45s out, like you're totally fucked. But we would also like do like lots of public shaming, like take photos, post them on social media, like tag the people who are out. Oh yeah, every time.
Oh yeah.
Ruthless.
We did that. Our coach made us do wall climbs though, which was even worse. Like I'd rather just do
that
burpees.
is so much worse.
And a ton of them. It's like she'd make you do like 50. She was brutal. So brutal.
That's bad. Alec's laughing like it's not bad.
That might be worse than the assault bike.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody left plates out though. Like it only took once, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then public shaming is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Ruthless. Totally. They can handle it. It's fine.
Yeah.
No. Not me. All right, boys. Well, what's next? So Dad Bod's up and running.
It is. Alec was talking about adding all those crazy gymnastics movements. I'm going to add a section where we can just use babies as equipment like you were talking about. We can learn how to properly snatch them, properly throw them up the wall balls.
Ben looks so worried right now.
It's like Dane and Adam. I just worry about this. I worry about Dane and Adam's kids all the time.
Well, look,
Adam's one of our head coach of the gym, and he is a little boy, and he just eats everything. So he's always taking videos of him eating, and he doesn't just take a bite of something. He has a handful and shoves the whole handful in his mouth. And I'm like, Adam, you can't let him do that. And he just keeps posting videos about it.
He's like not stopping it. He's just taking the video.
No, he's just taking
Amazing.
the video as he's just shoving more stuff in his mouth. It's funny, but it stresses me out.
Well,
I love it. I love it.
here's some pro tips for you, Dane. So here's what you got to know. So if you're going to do that crazy stuff with your kids, first thing you got to do is figure out how fluent they are, right? So if they can put coherent sentences together, you got to be really careful what you do with them because they will totally rat you out. So then you got to resort to bribing, and you got to find the things they really like so they won't tell mom what you did. Like this is really, really important, dude. That theory, by the way, goes on well into their teens. Well into the teens.
I would still
really
I would
sneaky.
keep all sorts of secrets now if my dad bribed me still. So into your 30s, clearly.
One of my daughters is already, I can tell, going to be trouble when she's younger. She's going to be talking me into doing crazy stuff. So we're going to have to tone her down a little bit.
You'll be amazed at the crazy stuff you end up doing for your kids when it's all said and done. Believe me. I have dressed up like a Barbie more than once in my career as a father. I've done a lot of work.
Please send photo evidence.
Oh,
my God. I have to see that.
I'm a dad to daughters. I've done it all, man. I can do nails, hair, makeup on them and me. I can do it all. Like,
That's amazing.
hey, look, you got daughters. You got to do what you got to do. Like it's fun, you know.
We can hire you as a coach. We can add that as a section on Dad Bod.
I know.
Teach dads how to do some hair and paint some nails.
Hey, I am a master of the high ponytail, man. You got to learn that when you got little kids because they're always eating ice cream, and you don't want ice cream in their hair, you know. Food.
I'm learning so much tonight.
It's true.
This is really helpful, you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Well, if people want to get involved, I'll ask Dane first. So how to sign up for Dad Bod, or how to get involved or follow you guys?
Yeah, so we have an Instagram account. So follow us on Instagram. First and foremost, that's where we post most of our stuff and keep people updated. We just built a website too. So our website has a lot of information. It's got a newsletter. So sign up for the newsletter if you guys want to. It's got all of our sample workouts. It's got all the programs that are available. So website, Instagram, and then there's a join button on there that'll put you onto the Ben Smith Blueprint. You guys can check out all the Blueprint programs, scroll down a little bit, and then Dad Bod Fitness is there. So
Perfect.
if you guys are a dad, if you are a parent or you're a dad, if you're crunched on time, it's a good thing to get going.
They have an Uncle Bod section too. So if you're an uncle,
It counts. It totally counts. And then, Alec, if people like me finally want to get off their butts and saying they're going to get better at gymnastics, actually work on their gymnastics, what do they do?
I have an Instagram page. It's at Accessory with Alec. So you can go there. And then my website is the link in the bio there. It's just alecsmith.com. So right now, all I have on the website is my programming, but I will be adding hopefully a new version 2 of my grips, an apparel line coming soon, and then a supplement line coming soon as well. So I'll have my own website, alecsmith.com, where everything kind of comes together. But the programming is on Accessory with Alec, at Accessory with Alec.
Damn, that's a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. You can be busy.
Yeah, working pretty hard. It's been a lot of fun, though.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's awesome to see you guys obviously still maintaining your fitness, which is the thing that we, you know, first and foremost sort of like fell in love with you Smiths for. But watching you guys branch out into all these other things has been really, really cool. And I'm super excited to see where the rest of all of this competitive CrossFit goes too, because I mean, obviously you guys are still very much in the circuit there as well. So lots of cool stuff coming down the pipeline from the whole Smith family. You tell your dad that we were mad that he wouldn't come on this call with us. We want to know what's coming down the pipeline with him too.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that. So I'm glad I got to catch up with Dane and Alec today. I appreciate it, John. Yeah, Nikki, thank you.
Got you. Anytime.
You know, Nikki, before we sign off, you know what's most noteworthy about this podcast? This is the longest I've seen Alec with a shirt on in like 2 years.
It was really funny. I just literally got home a minute before I was like clicked on the call, and I had my shirt off, and I was like, I should probably throw a shirt on because people are gonna get mad I have my shirt off, because people get mad that I have my shirt off. So it's like, I don't know. It's just more comfortable without one on.
Just can't keep
Do
everyone
people get mad
happy.
if you have your shirt on too?
Yes.
Yeah.
So like, what are you gonna? You can't make everybody happy, you know?
You can't please everybody.
That is stressful life, man. I don't know what I would do. Like, God,
It's so hard.
I get half naked today? I just don't want to upset people. I don't know what to do.
I took a photo with Alec at Wadapalooza, and he didn't have a shirt on, and I had mine on. It was just me and Alec in the photo. Somebody messaged me, and they go, "You're the third cutest person in that photo." I'm like, you know how depressing that is? Like that's just sad. Now I feel bad about myself.
Oh, you know, well, in fairness, John sent me a photo of himself with no shirt on, and I had to ask him if it was photoshopped.
Oh.
Yeah, no dad bod. No dad bod.
I was like, wait, is this real?
This is a true story. I felt really good about
now.
this. I've been focusing really hard on my diet, really hard on it. And, you know, and because I'm in quarantine, I'm working out twice a day. So I'm as fit as I've ever been. And so I snapped a photo one day, and I'm like, "Hey, Nikki, you want to see how lean I'm getting?" She's like, "Sure." And I sent it to her.
And he was like, "Really? I have abs." And
Yeah.
I was like, no.
The first thing she said to me, she goes, "Is that photoshopped?" And I was so proud.
Sorry.
I felt so good that she thought it was photoshopped. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes.
That's like the ultimate compliment right there.
I know.
Right? Yeah, but also kind of makes me a dick, like a little bit at the same time. Yeah. I had to ask Matt first. I was like, "This doesn't look real, right?" And he was like, "I don't know. Does John really have abs?" And like we suddenly felt really bad about ourselves, the Braziers collectively.
Well, I appreciated the insult for whatever that's worth.
Anytime.
Yes.
That's what I'm here for.
Whatever that's worth. All right. Well, thanks, guys. We appreciate you guys being on. It's been great. Great catching up. Everybody, make sure you go out and sign up for these 2 programs. They'll both be good for you. Get rid of your dad bod and learn to walk on your hands. I don't have a dad bod, and I'm not going to walk on my hands, so I'm not going to do either. But the rest of you should. So we appreciate everyone listening, and take care.